the management of Renaissance festivals doesn't really build much of the park itself. But food shops, craft shops, those are built and maintained by the vendor. Hello, darlings. More on Renaissance construction. Renaissance festivals, the management of Renaissance festivals doesn't really build much of the park itself. I mean, they maintain the grounds, they set the shape of the park itself, they decide and then keep managing the layout. But as far as buildings, they build front gates, they build infrastructure in the back, say if they have a sewer treatment plant or bathrooms and stages, they build all of that. But food shops, craft shops, and service offering shops, those are built and maintained by the vendor. So at least 90% of the time that's true. And the vendor might build it themselves if they have the skills, but for them, usually they're trying to hire that out. A jeweler's time is better spent making jewelry than it is framing a wall. So they're going to hire that out to somebody else. The festival is going to have final say on color choices, input on design, because some festivals might have some stuff going on with, we really want this neighborhood to feel more of a Spanish influence, or this is the French Quarter, or whatever thematic things they have going on with different neighborhoods within the park. But it really comes down to like someone's designing something that works for a craft. If you're smart, you're going to build a shop that a lot of different crafters could use because you own it and then you get to sell it to another approved vendor when you're done vending at that show. So it's an investment. If it's a great show, it's a great investment. You make money while you're owning it and working it, and then you sell it for good money because people really want to be in the show. So some vendors are great at designing jewelry, but they don't necessarily have great spatial plans for how they need their space to work. So a good designer is going to start inside. We used to do a lot of pantomime with the people we built for. We would draw stuff on the ground and have them pretend to be doing something they needed to do in the shop and walk through it so we could decide how much space they needed. Because often, while the width doesn't get a lot of flexibility, the depth can have a lot of play. And most importantly, we never had to build the same thing twice. So for a creative builder, it was just a dream venue.